People, what's good? It's Webster. I'm here with the man of the moment, Chucky. I was going to speak about the little incident what happened the other day. Everyone's dying to hear Chucky's side. There you go. Who's the boss?
The boss?
Everyone wants to know. So, Chucky, like, first of all, I've got to ask you, on camera, do you think what happened over there was a setup on of any of our behalf?
Nah, you know, like, basically, you get me. Like, I got rang in it. I got told fucking a week ago, you get me, like, Genos added me on BB and said, like, yo, man are redoing the anthem. We're doing the video. You get me, man's gone there on my own. Get me, went studio first to Kelsey's yard. When we got there, about what? Must have been about 1 o'clock or something, 1:30. And Genos said, yo, Deps and Villa need to come and do their part of the tune. You get me?
So you knew that Deps
so man knew from there, man. Listen, the incident happened about, what time is it? About 5 o'clock, innit? About 4 or 5 o'clock, innit? So like, you get me, man knew from there, innit? Like 3-4 hours before that man was coming anyway, you get me, it's normal.
Alright, so the next thing is like, everybody wants to know how it exactly started. That's the key thing. I keep getting Webster. How did it happen? Why did it happen? What actually happened for it to trigger off? Not prior to that. Like what happened exactly that moment to trigger it off?
You know what? Like obviously, man's outside in it. Like I had to go in it. I've rang my brethren like half an hour before. Like yo, come and pick me up in it. I had to go. But fucking boom. I've done my thing in it. Like I've done my part of the video. I'm outside, yeah, looking at the camera in it. I think it's your camera.
Yeah.
I got your Canon in my hands, you get me? Both hands looking at the thing, you get me?
Looking at the re-recording of yourself.
Yeah, of myself, you get me? Boom, I hear a man say, oh yeah. I turn around, I seen like 10 man, you get me? I seen Deps, Villain, and then bare next man I don't know, you get me? Like, I don't know these man, you get me? But boom, I thought, fuck these man. Look,
can I stop you there? The people that were there, they were extras for the video. They weren't with Deps, they weren't with Villain, they weren't with Natty. They were just extras for the video. Carry on, film.
So anyway, I've carried on looking at the camera. You get me? A man's gone like this in my face. You get me? It must have been was Deps. You get me? I've looked up, seen it was Deps. I looked at my man, handed the camera over. So there you dumb. Jumped over the fucking little wall thing into the car park. Put my shit in the car. Said come in it. Stood next to the car. Said come. You get me? Like obviously, if a man slaps me in my face when I'm not even looking, you get me? That disrespect's like we're not talking in it. It's just come in it. Man stood there.
And you can vouch for that. And
you was there.
I was there, man.
Cameraman was there.
He did say that. He definitely.
I was there, man. He did say that. He did say that.
You get me? Like one-on-one in it. Obviously, like basically now the situation is in it. Like these man don't like me. I don't like them in it. Like shit's happened over the past and like Twitter. Everyone knows in it what Twitter's like in it. Everyone has their 2 pence and gets involved in that. So like there's been banter on Twitter and whatever. There's been arguments. You get me? And it's come to the point where. Man have just said a couple months back, like, alright, then when we see each other, we're just gonna have the one-on-one in it. Like, safe, we're gonna have the one-on-one. So the time's come now, you get me, like, the one-on-one in it, like, what's going on? I'm standing there saying one-on-one and he's standing there with your man them and nothing happened, you get me, like, man's standing there shouting and, like, going on, like, hold me back, Genos, hold me back, you get me? Genos has eventually let him go, you get me? And man's still standing there, you get me? Like, I'm standing there saying, I'm here, come, I'm here. For about 5-6 minutes.
Okay, sorry fam, like a lot of people don't understand the term I'm here. Like can you explain to them?
Basically, alright then, cool. Like if you said you slapped me in my face in it, you're saying to me on Twitter, when I see you, I'm gonna bang you on camera. You get me? Like the camera's there, you're there, I'm there in it. I'm here. I'm here in it. I'm here, fight me in it. I'm here.
That's what it means.
I'm here. You're there in it. You're like, it took me a second to jump over the wall in it. Like I'm not stupid in it. Like I'm from the roads as well. You get me? I'm not gonna stand in the alley and I can just see 10 man. I'm not gonna go and get slumped in the alley in it. If anything, I'm gonna fight you in the car park. Where I know if I'm gonna fight you one-on-one, a man wanna get involved, then I'm gonna jump in the whip in it. Like I'm not Superman, but I can't bang however many man in it. Like I'm just one person, bro. You get me? I went down my one with no tools, no shank, no nothing. You get me? Even at the time, man standing there saying, "Oh, you're backing out, certain. You're backing out, certain." Everyone was there in it.
So hold on.
There.
You saying Deps and that thought that you had weapons on you?
No, Deps. I know in my mind, innit? Yeah. He knows in his mind. He knew. I never had nothing, but he stood there. Basically, to prolong the situation, a man standing there saying you're backing out certain. I stood there. The cameraman, you was there in it. I stood there and said, "Look, blood, I've got nothing in my hands. Come in it." That my exact words on my mother's life, on my kid's life. I stood there and said, "Come in it." You get me? Man didn't come. See? I was sitting in the car anyway, flicking through CDs in it. Genos is like, it's dead, go, it's dead in it. It's dead, it's a myth. Man jumped in the car in it, sitting down in the passenger seat, flicking through CDs. 4 man have come towards the car in it. Like fucking Natty and fucking Villain come to my side.
I'm confused there. You were in the car when they came around?
Yeah, like I was no fucking Genos is like, go in it. You get me? Obviously, I said, at this time, oh, what did I say now? I was like, it's not a talking thing. That's what I said in it. It's not a talking thing, innit? Because my man standing there saying, oh, obviously you're a dickhead. You're saying all this shit on Twitter. No. But if I'm the dickhead, why are you still standing there? You get me? Like, I'm hearing it. Fight me, blood. Like, one-on-one. That's what I was on. That was the whole point. The only reason I was there for that long, innit? Like, the video was only a minute long, bro. I was there for like, this was like 5-6 minute incident, bro. Like, the only reason I was even there for that long and I didn't go is because Deps slapped me in my face when I had the next man's camera in my hand. And
I have to rate you for that, because that camera, that camera there.
You get me?
This camera right here, fam.
That's his camera. Like, this same camera there, blood. Like, you get me? Like, I'm not Superman in it. I'm not talking like I was gonna fucking onk back a man, blood, and just fucking bang out 6 man.
Onk back, I
you
like
get me?
this.
Like, it's mad, bro. I wasn't gonna go and bang out however many man. You get me? If you're gonna fight me one-on-one, you've been saying on Twitter for what month? Like 9 months, bro. You're gonna fight me one-on-one when you see.
Is that how long it's been going on?
Bro, it's been going on for beginning of the year, fam. You get me? This is how long it's been going on. You get me? Like, it's mad, innit? It's been going on for time, fam.
Fucking hell, everyone knew.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I only found out that you two had qualms that day. Obviously, I knew you and Villain had something.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I thought. Was like, when the situation happened, I thought Villain would have said something, but Villain didn't say anything. Like, the only time Villain said anything is when you see on the camera when he's like, what do you mean your hair? What do you mean your hair? But it's mad, car. I'm thinking, raw. Like, he didn't say nothing. Like, before that, he was like saying to Deps, oh, allow it.
You know what, fam? Give credit to him, and he actually said to me, like, he was telling Deps to just leave it. He said he didn't actually want nothing to happen to you in it. But he said what triggered it off is when you said, and they both said this to me, is that you looked at them and said, I'm here. That's what seems to be the trigger of this whole. The part, like, you know, the reason I went inside. I was DJing. Inside.
Webster was DJing inside.
I did not go inside because I felt bad and wanted anything to happen to Chucky. It's not that at all. Chucky's my brethren. I'm here standing in front of your face, telling the thousands of people that are going to watch it. Chucky's my brethren as well. I am the middleman. I can't take sides. I love Deps. I love Villain. I love Natty, and I love Chucky. It's not no setup thing. It's whatever happened between them. It's out of my hands, innit? So
come on, bro. That's air. Like,
Deps is talking one-on-one
again, bro. Like, you've been talking 9 months in it. You had your chance, bro. I stood there for 5 minutes, fam. You was with your man, them, and you didn't want to come and fight me, blood. Like, I had no tools or nothing, fam. You get me? Like, why is a man talking grease in it? There's no point talking wicked and bad when you had the opportunity to fight me, bro. Like, it's on camera, innit? And this is the joke as well, bro. Even when a man ran round with them, man, yeah, did Deps man come to my side of the car? I'm asking you, fam. He ran around the other side of the car. Hold on. He kicked a man's car, yeah, and then went. You get me? Like, it's this long jump, blood. Man jumped in it like it's Paralympics. It's mad. Like, you weren't on it to fight me, fam. You've never been like if I was a dickhead, like, I'm not, like, I ain't gone on Twitter in it. Like, this shit's happened in it. I ain't gone on Twitter talking shit, car. All I've got really is a good reaction. I don't care in it. Like, you man look like a reaction. I swear to God.
The kids are telling me that Tim Westwood's talking about it.
You get me? It's mad, fam. Like,
TV.
It's mad, fam. Like,
you are the talk of grime right now.
You get me? Like, I'm loving it. You get me? Like, if I showed you my phone, like, my phone's frozen in it. It's peak. That's how peak it is, in it. Like, the situation is in it. Like, I ain't been on Twitter to hype up in it. Like, I've known Deps man for a very long time in it. Like, before he was Deps man, he was just Deps. Like, I know situations that have happened with you where man have banged you in your face and you've been crying and that, like, one punch you've been crying, like, you came to the block and got robbed for your phone and Gucci belt. Like,
come out the shop with it.
I'm not now, like, seriously, fam, a lot's happened in it to you and I ain't a dickhead in it. Like, I don't want to expose your situations in it. Like, so I ain't gonna talk the things, but you and I both know in it that you're not bad and you don't want to fight me, fam. You get me? I ain't talking wicked and bad, you know, but I stood there in it because you've been saying you want to fight me one-on-one and on camera in it. Like, I stood there, fam. I stood my ground in it. A man told me to go from 5 minutes before in it. Obviously, I left in it. You kicked up a next man's car in it. Like, if I'm in my dons in it, and a man says, "Yo, that's his brethren's car over there," I'm not gonna go and kick up the car and leave you, fam. Like, I'm not gonna go and kick up your brethren's car, fam. Like, what's the point in that, blood? Like, you get me? You vandalised the man's whip. If you should have, if anything, you man should have used that energy and dragged me out the car in it and done me something. Like, you get me? Like, that's my opinion. That's what you should have done. You get me? But that's a myth anyway. Like, all this one-on-one talk is dead in it. Like, next Who's the Boss event, whatever. Same way I went to the Clash with only 2 men in it. Like, how many times have I linked you with? Have I ever linked you with Bear Man?
No, you never.
I've never linked you with Bear Man, fam. You get me? Like, that's not me in it. Like, a couple years back, yeah, I used to roll in town 40 man deep and all. That's all dead. You get me? You get older, bro. You grow out of that shit. You get me? I roll on my one in it. So when you see me, if you really do want the one-on-one in it, I'm here in it.
Okay, so obviously you were clashing Villain on the DVD. Like, a little incident happens to you and Villain as well. It looks like he tried to swing for you. I don't know if he connected.
Hang on. Bro, I beg you, get a close up of this, innit? Villain, yeah, he didn't bang me. He said he went on Twitter saying he banged me, like, there, that's the incident there, innit? He scratched me in my eye. It's peak, fam, like, you scratch, man, innit? It's sad stuff, fam. It's sad stuff, innit?
Sad stuff.
But hang tight villain, though, still, car. Before he was invasion, innit? Like, I thought, yo, this geezer's what I'm calling that. Like, I'll tell you straight, before I used to spit, fam, I used to sit there and watch Channel U, and I used to see this geezer on Channel U, like, and, like,
that's what's the whole peak situation about it.
It's mad, like, grime. This DVD was supposed to bring grime together, innit? Like, that's the situation, but obviously, it's a myth, innit? It's a myth, but
I hear that.
You get me, like, but yeah, man. I just wanted to let people know what really happened, innit? Like, you get me. So it's a 1 minute video of a 6 minute incident, innit? I just wanted people to know what's cracking, innit? It's one of them ones, fam.
So like, I remember like before I started in the grime scene, like you guys, the whole Birmingham crew, like you were all connected. The only person I knew you had like drums with his sucks. How did all the politics happen with Deps and the rest of all of the invasion, man?
Bro, you know what it was, fam? Straight up, to be honest with you, fam, it was all like, boom, fucking Don Dino sent for these men out of the blue, innit? Like, obviously, I take notice of the fucking Manny grime scene, innit? Cause I speak to certain man up there, innit?
Okay.
Wrigley and that, like, I speak to certain man up there, innit? You get me? I watch Shifty and all them, man. So, boom, this sense happened, innit? Like, I was out of town at this moment, you get me? I was in Coventry with my brethren.
When Deps,
when Dino said, you get me?
Okay.
And fucking, but obviously, man's on Twitter and that, you get me? And it's just a mad thing, like, obviously, the day it happened, innit? Everyone was like, what? Like, yo, this geezer's going in, you get me? Like, I thought, wow, you get me? I've downloaded the thing on 2Biddy, you get me? And I was listening to the thing. Obviously, I'm on BB, so everyone I had on my BB saw the thing in it, and like, Hitman was on my BB in it, and he was mad car. He didn't pop up on BB, added me on Twitter and was like, I don't want to see you listening to that shit again. You get me? Obviously, I've added him back, like, fam, the only reason I even listened to the thing is car. I even shared the video in it. Tell her, like, I shared the video. Like, I told him the only reason I shared the video is because he mentioned Sucks in it. Like, if it was the other way around, yeah, and a man sent for me, Sucks would share the video, believe me, you get me? Like, that's why I shared it. But he took offense to it, innit? And
so you weren't trying to get at nobody else, you were just trying the part about Sucks.
I used to see, bro, I went to school with JK, you get me, bro? I've known that geezer for like 10 years. I went to school with that geezer, you get me? Like, I didn't have no problem with JK. I used to see Hitman every day. Hitman's on my ends in it, like, you get me? Like, my yard in Borsalif, yeah, is like round the corner from his yard, but like, you get me? Obviously, he's one of the oldest off the ends. I've never had a drama with my man. Any of them, I've never seen DT, I met him once in my life, you get me? Like, none of them I didn't have no dramas with none of these geezers, you get me?
So basically, you don't know how you got drums with the rest of them. It's just that.
Yeah, from that, yeah. But fucking, boom. Obviously, situation happened in it, and words were said in it that I didn't like in it. Like, I'm not gonna get into it on camera and that, but he said things in it. Hitman said things to me in it that I felt like I took offense to in it.
Okay.
So boom. Obviously, I've gone to Manny to link Dino in it, and I done that cipher in studio. You get me? Then boom. That's when it all just escalated. Say, I sent Villain in that cipher. Did I mention anyone else's name? Like, I was clashing Villain before Villain was Invasion. I sent for Villain in that video. I didn't mention no one else in Invasion in it.
Okay, yeah.
Simple as, blood. Like, why are you all bitching for? Like, we all do grime in it. Like me, say in Brum in it, no one has clashed as many people as me in it. Straight up from now in, like, no one has clashed as many people as me in it. Like, if I was to reel off the names, we'll be here all day, blood. Like, but behind me, like, man like JK has clashed a lot of people, Sucks has clashed a lot of people, blood. Why am man bitching? Are we not all grime MCs? How come man are bitching? If you get me, like, why am man bitching?
About Dino sending them.
Like, if you man are like the pinnacle of the grime scene at the moment, either you're gonna air him in it or you're gonna slew him in it. It's like one or the other. Like, why a man bitching about the situation in it? It's grime. You get me? At the end of the day, a man sent in it. Like, people send for each other every day. You get me? Like, JK sent for Psycho the other week, like, just on a random one. Like, you know what I mean? I was thinking in my head, why is he sending for him for? You get me? You know what I'm saying? Like, man send for people, blood. It's just one of them in it. We're in the scene in it. If that's the case, do pop in it. Real talk, fam. Do pop music in it. Do something else in it. If you're not on this thing to clash, man, or you get me? Fuck no, it's a myth anyway. It's a myth, innit?
Well, people, you heard it yourself from the man of the moment, Chucky. The speech
is what it is.
He's the boss. Yeah, man.
Old time Bales on the tune.